Hey, Chris, Dave, and Jordan. Thanks so much for listening. I am so excited to share with you my idea for a channel. My name is Claire Wells. I live in the Dallas area, just 20 minutes north of y'all in Little Elm, Texas, and I am a mom of 4 kids, divorced 3.5 years ago. And this last year, I have really come into a new space with my mindset around money. I became a life coach this past year, and I took a year of intense study to understand how the mind works to create our reality. Now, this is just as important with our relationships, our bodies, as it is with money, if not more so, because what we think about money determines how much of it we have. And so people don't really even know what their thoughts are around money. They're kind of subconscious. We have like 60,000 thoughts a day that have been on repeat since the day we were like 5. So whatever our parents taught us about money and what we've seen about money, we've developed these thoughts, and most of them are negative. Why are they negative? Because most people are in those 9 to 5 jobs, barely making it, barely getting by, spending what they make, thinking they'll never be wealthy. I mean, it's crazy how few people actually have over like $75,000 by the time they're 75. It's like 20% maybe of the US population. It's insane. And I think it has all to do with the mindset you have around money. It's like anything, any relationship, right? If you have a fear mentality based on your relationship, are you going to go and seek out a good relationship? Are you going to have a good relationship if you're afraid of, what they're going to say or what they're going to do? No, you're not. It's the same way with money. If you're afraid of money, if you're afraid of losing it and thinking that it's hard and that it's scarce and that, you can't have it, it's out there, but you can't have it, you're not going to bring it into your life. I truly believe that there are like piles of money out there in the universe, each with our name on it. And if you don't get your pile, it's going to go to waste. No one's going to get it. People think it's like a pie, right? They think of money like a pie, like, well, if I take that piece, it's going to take it away from that person. That's not true. Chris, that's what I love so much about what you talk about. Like, you want to level the playing field. You want to bring more people into the land of wealth. I am on the same wavelength with you, but I want to take it from the intellect side, right? Because here's what happens is when people are afraid, they might think about the stock market, but then they're too afraid, right? They might think about getting into cryptocurrency, but then they're too afraid, or NFTs, and they never take the step. And it's not because they don't know enough, it's because they're too afraid because of their thoughts around money. Like back when I was first divorced, luckily my ex had amassed 200 grand, and so I got 100 grand. And once I got it, I called up USAA and I was like, hey, I want to invest this money. And I said, I want to put it in the stocks. And they said, what's your risk tolerance on a scale of 1 to 6? They told me each one. I was like, I'm a 5. Like, I'm almost a 6, but I'm like a 5. So then they were going to invest it. Everything's great. The next day on Saturday, I called my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, that's what I did. I'm so excited. He's like, what? What have you done? You're going to lose all your money in the stock market. Pull it out. Can you still stop it? And I was like, oh, I was so afraid. And so on Monday morning, I call up USAA, 7 o'clock a.m. I'm like, can you take that money out? Like, I don't want to lose it all. And they're like, okay, sure. And so I listened to my dad instead of my intuition. I listened to fear instead of faith and belief and creation. And so I lost all the money I could have made for my money, even just with 7%, right? All the years Trump was in office. And that's sad. I think there's a lot of people out there like me that happens to. Now, this year I did invest. As soon as the market crash hit in March, I was ready. I had enough confidence in myself to start dabbling. Now, I didn't have enough confidence in the stock market or how to do it that I never left anything in there. And so I was constantly putting in and taking out and losing and making. I ended up making 17 grand on $75,000. And that's awesome and stuff, but I could have made like $225,000, right? And what was missing? Well, what was missing was the money mindset, to be patient, to just wait, to not be so afraid when you see things go down, right? And so newbies, that's who I want to target, who are just getting into the market, they don't know how to sit through the fear, right? They let it overtake them. And like I did with my dad, they pull their money out and they take a loss. And then, the next day, that's what always happens. It comes back and they're like, oh crap, this is too hard. I'm giving up, and they throw the towel in. So I want to teach them how to manage their minds, and I want to teach them the steps towards wealth. What my channel would be about would be to help the new person, the newly single mom, or the person who's maybe come into money, help them get started. What's the first thing you do? I've talked to some women who are like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I've got like $4,000, that I got from the divorce. I'm like, $4,000, poor you, right? But they want to invest it and they don't even know what step to take. And it's been sitting there for years. I want to help those people take the first steps. If they see your channel, Chris and Dave and Jordan, it's really cool, but it's kind of like 40 steps ahead of where the new person is. I want to be the voice to the new person. I want to take them kind of through baby steps. And again, throughout it all will be around your money mindset. I will help them to develop new beliefs, to let go of old negative limiting beliefs. One of the things I would like to do is share with them some famous works on finances and the stock market and how to create your fortune, how to create beliefs that will produce the feelings to drive the actions to get the things you want in life. This literally gives you like 6 steps to getting however much money you want in life. And it's sold 15 million copies, like the most read book, right? And I want to read books, teach the principles in them. And I also want to interview people who have done it, just normal people who have made fortunes, and talk to them about their money mindset, how they thought about money, how they think about money, and how it came to be. Because again, it's not necessarily the how as it is developing your own foundation for wealth, which is your thinking around money and what money is. Now, Chris, you're an excellent example of the good that money can do. Some people think that money is inherently evil, and it's not. Bad people do bad stuff with money, and good people do amazing stuff with money, and you're an example of that. And I want people to know that they were meant to be wealthy. They were meant to have all the things they need and to be able to help others with that wealth that they're able to unlock the door to finally, right? It's really unlocking their mind to. I want to help them do that more than anything. That's the journey I'm on. I want to bring other people along with me. And if you give me the chance, I will give my all. I will give everything to this endeavor. I will be there day in, day out, making this the best possible channel and helping the most basic and normal person, right, who needs this in their lives. Taking those people and making it actually a reality for them is my dream. All right, guys, you know my digits. Give me a call. I would love to talk to you more about it, answer any questions you have, and I'm open to any of the feedback you might have for me too. Thanks.